in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Good. 180. Drop deep. Hurry, hurry. 58, it's Mike.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Too little,
Mayfield down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mayfield to throw it, and the Rams got him. They bring him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. 25 yards that time.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Throwing on third. Gone. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I'm going to run you over. Check 1. Hurry, hurry. Hey, alert 33. Check 24. Check 24. That's the one.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. What's that? What's that?
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
56, 180. 58, right there. It's been a long day for you. Check 52. He's coming. He's coming.
On second down now, Hilliard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
These two teams all tied after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Pistol. Change the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, Mike 7. I can't believe they even let you play.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Landry, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Hey, let's go. 36. Go, ground. 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 Deuce. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
After the interception, here's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's gone. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, complete to Cup. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gain. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure.
20.
On 1st down, it's gone. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hilliard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
180. King. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hurry. 58 to Mike. Point it right. Up.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Rams take over. Let's go, boys, bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Haywood. Slam.
Second and 10. Goff again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Here we go. 20. Hard ball. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
On first down, Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Don't say nothing. Five.
Goff throwing again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8.
17. 53 smart. Don't get nervous. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, we got Brown. 53. Brown. It's our time.
To the air again. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 38-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Heavy on the edges. Hold the look.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Rams.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Goff now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Check. DC. Check. Crunch. Break 3. 218. Chop. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's do this.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Push him back.
Goff now looks to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. This one to the left to Higbee. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Get him, boy.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
That's right, baby. Rush in.
Goff on 3rd down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I'm coming
the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll run again with Hilliard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 1 and 3. Switch. Watch it. Alert.
Now a give, right side. Hilliard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Up,
52.
Alert!
All day, defense.
Hey, exit.
All day. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come up in an offset eye.
Watch the pass.
Again they run with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Good. 180.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Good. 180.
52 to the mic. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings. Hurry, hurry.
Play.
Dot. Dot.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Bravo.
Time to go, night. And 58 is a mic. Go 50.
Hurry, hurry.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
58, boys, 58.
What's that?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Right there. Watch QB draw.
Running from the gun, Johnson. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry, hurry.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, Hilliard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Rams 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Goff now looking to throw. Open man right side is cuffed, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
King. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you.
Mayfield to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Point it right. 6-6. Pull it hard. Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo. Cut.
Now Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 180. Alert. Hurry. Bud.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 58's the Mike.
Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Mike, 180.
Let's get this.
Regular.
52's the Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.